hot case.
If it gets any hotter, it'll sizzle.
Funny thing calling himself the judge.
The judge is a funny kind of guy. Killing people's a funny kind of business.
I could use a few facts. Any slant on a likely motive?
I once knew a man who used to cut off cats' tails. He didn't like cats. The judge cuts off people's wind. He don't like people, I guess.
How about another drink?
Thanks, but I'm not the guy to buy drinks. You ought to see Lieutenant Grant. He's in charge.
I can't get to him.
You bet you can't, lady. With Harry, a case is something personal.
Same with me.
Not quite, lady, believe me, not quite. Hello, Benny.
Hi, Lieutenant.
I was feeling a little corny just now and couldn't resist coming over to tell you what a small world I think it is.
Oh, yes, you're the new little boy we hired to string wires up around the place.
That's right. I'm also very good at filling in when people's dates don't show up.
Mine always do.
Oh, I'm sure they do. But I thought maybe you had a daughter around my age.
What do you want?
Well, we're getting up a game of hopscotch tonight, and could you play it on my side?
You're wasting your breath, Granger. Trudy's all business. Believe me, I know.
Sound like an adding machine.
Oh, hello, Mr. Wallace. I only dropped over because I had an idea. Chippy tells me that Trudy works the races for you, and I thought maybe I ought to go out there with her and see just what the setup is.
You can do that later. For the first few weeks, you're going to have enough to do wiring up that new system.
Well, I'm glad we had this little talk.
Well, that was a short honeymoon.
It was over in Toledo.
How much this time?
3,000. And this. Well, looks like my fan mail's picking up. Anything interesting?
I don't know. I just started. Dig in. They look real.
They are.
Good. I canceled the post office box and left no forwarding address.
That's thinking, babe. Get a load of this, hon.
Dear Mr. Antrim, your letters are wonderful. They indicate a fine character. I enclose a photograph. You asked my financial situation as an evidence of good faith on my part. When turned into cash, my property should bring about $18,000. If you should decide on a visit to our little town of Carter Springs, I'll try to make you comfortable in my home. Yours truly, Nancy Crane.
The golden apple is about to fall into our laps. Just stop packing. We're going to Carter Springs and shake the tree.
Something drastic must be done before she brings any more unpleasant notoriety on Mr. Armitage and his family.
Of course, my dear lady, of course.
And once you've psychoanalyzed her, I'll submit your report to my fiancé. Perhaps then he'll realize his home is no place for Rosita.
My dear lady, don't be nervous. Look at me. I'm not a bit nervous.
We shall be looking forward with great anxiety to the report from Dr. Quincy. I have a little bankroll, and if you should run short, like for groceries.
You're all right, Betsy. Just like I thought when I first met you. I almost changed my mind.
Did you?
Almost. I thought you and Tolman swindled me. Today, when I was sure we were going to strike oil, I came back to give you the laugh, and him, too. Isn't it funny how a man can make a fool out of himself sometimes?
You're not a fool. Don't talk like that. This is your day. Here's to you and luck.
Here's to you, Lady Luck.
Can you add anything to that graphic description?
Maybe. Mr. and Mrs. Conover were arguing earlier in the evening. I could hear them blasting each other even with my radio turned on.
What time was that?
A little after 10. The argument was louder when I turned it off.
Don't tell me you turned it off to listen.
No. Mr. Willem won't allow radio after 10.
I don't make the rules around this hotel. They're laid down by the owners.
Yeah, but you sure see that nobody breaks them.
What's going on in here?
Mr. Conifer.
Here, try this, too. Now, what's it all about?
It's about my roommate. She's disappeared, and I'm afraid she might do something foolish, and it'll be all my fault.
What's your roommate's name?
Frances Dillon.
Captain Tolliver just called me about that. Oh, yes, Frances married Dillon, 19, brunette, brown eyes, 5 feet 2, 105 pounds. Missing since last night. Now, where does the racket squad fit into this, Miss?
Blake, Evie Blake. You've got to help get her money back for her, Captain. Almost $1,000 those chiselers took her for. $1,700 if you
Just a
count...
minute, Miss Blake. Suppose we start at the beginning.
Well, it began when I saw this ad in a newspaper. Me and my big bright eyes.
Giant photo contest. Free, free, free. Send snapshot and win complete set of studio portraits. No jingles, no box tops, no entrance fee. Open to girls between 18 and 30. Address entrance to models, unlimited, etc., etc.,
I
etc.
talked Franny into sending in a snapshot. We forgot all about it. And then one morning, a couple of months ago, while we were getting ready to go to work...
I don't want to argue either, but, well, the way you make it sound, if somebody works with their hands and gets a little dirty doing it, he's something out of a sewer.
I didn't say that.
Well, it sounded that way.
I was just a little surprised, that's all. After all, darling, I remember when you wouldn't even change a tire on a car. You had to call the motor club to keep from getting yourself dirty. I come home and find you wallowing in it.
You know, I've learned more in that machine shop in 1 year than I've learned all the rest of my life put together. Betty, you should meet Ed Jenks. He can run a lathe with his eyes closed.
A what?
A lathe. It's a turning tool. Well, see the legs on that chair? They can be duplicated on a lathe.
I don't think they were made that way, though.
You used to be more interested in my legs than those on a chair.
I still am.
Did you get lots of whistles in Europe?
I don't answer to anybody's whistle but yours.
You're spoiled.
Spoil me some more. Let's get in the car and drive somewhere.
Not tonight, honey. It's too late.
Late? Well, it isn't even midnight.
But you forget I'm a working man now. Have to be on the job at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock? In the morning?
Yes, a little.
Well, what do you think of it?
Well, of course, that's your business, Mr. Brewster. I wouldn't want to offer an opinion.
Please, Dad.
Never mind there. I want to hear what he has to say. White, let me put it this way. What would you do if you were in it rather heavily right now?
Well, frankly, I'd sell.
Any particular reason?
Only because I happen to know it's a bad investment. I can't tell you why.
Well, that's unbelievable. My broker told me...
No, it's all right. Mr. Brewster, it's only my opinion, but I happen to know the financial condition of that company. Now, you asked me what I would do, and I've told you. You see, investments are it's sort of a hobby with me, you see.
Yes, Arthur. And that night was only the beginning, wasn't it? The next 3 weeks